of our march today so far. I just want to say something that I believe, that I think is normal to believe, and I would argue that if you don't believe this, something is wrong, something's not right, and that is that all of us as adults have an obligation to protect every single child. We are charged with the well-being and safety of every single child, because if we don't protect them, who will? Every single child, every single one. We actually don't have the right to turn away a child asking for help based on the color of their skin, or based on the religion of their family, or based on where they live in the world, or based on politics and baloney. Every single child deserves protection and safety. With that in mind, I will play for you now a testimony, one that all of us who have been marching have heard several times, but maybe those of you on the streets going about your day, maybe this is the first time you hear this testimony from Dr. Mark Perlmutter, an American physician who spent time in Gaza, and he is recounting the violence, the targeted, intentional killing of Palestinian children. This interview was released by CBS on July 21st, I believe. So here we go.
When were you in Gaza?
End of April for the first couple weeks of May.
Dr. Mark Perlmutter, an orthopedic surgeon from North Carolina and vice president of the International College of Surgeons, volunteered in Gaza. So, of all the disaster zones you've seen, how does Gaza compare?
All of the disasters I've seen combined, 40 mission trips, 30 years, ground zero, earthquakes, all of that combined doesn't equal the level of carnage that I saw against civilians in just my first week in Gaza.
And when you say civilians, is it mostly children?
Almost exclusively children. I've never seen that before. Never seen that. I've seen more incinerated children than I've ever seen in my entire life combined. I've seen more shredded children in just the first week.
Shredded?
Shredded.
What do you mean?
Missing body parts, being crushed by buildings, the greatest majority, or bomb explosions, the next greatest majority. We've taken shrapnel as big as my thumb out of 8-year-olds. And then there's sniper bullets. I had children that were shot twice.
Wait, you're saying that children in Gaza are being shot by snipers?
Definitively. I have 2 children that I have photographs of that were shot so perfectly in the chest I couldn't put my stethoscope over their heart more accurately, and directly on the side of the head in the same child. No toddler gets shot twice by mistake by the world's best sniper. And they're dead center shots.
In fact, more than 20 doctors recently in Gaza also told Sunday Morning about gunshot wounds to children. One American doctor told us he even reviewed CT scans to confirm what he saw because he, quote, didn't believe that this many children could be admitted to a single hospital with gunshot wounds to the head. Some shootings have been captured on video. The UN reports that to date, more than 80% of Gaza's population has been displaced and the majority of its buildings destroyed. A reality which has taken its own toll on the well-being of children. What about the emotional wounds?
How can you measure that? I can't measure my own. How do you be an orphan watching your family, melted in front of you and shredded in front of you? How do you fix that? Ever fix that?
In fact, so many Palestinian children have had family members killed that doctors created a shorthand term, WCNSF, wounded child, No surviving family.
That acronym, Wounded Child, No Surviving Family, is not new. I think that came out in probably November, maybe December. It is a fact that Canada is complicit in the shredding and killing of these children, because we are sending weapons to the Zionist occupation. Your government is lying to you about it. They thought they wouldn't get caught, and they were outed by their own ally, the United States. The question is, what do we do now? What do we do? Now you know, so what do? Everything you can, really. When there's nothing you can do, you do everything you can. This Tuesday, there's going to be a demonstration in front of Scotiabank on Douglas and Yates, 11 a.m. Scotiabank is invested in Elbit Systems. Elbit Systems is Israel's largest manufacturer in weapons. We are trying to get them to divest. We've already succeeded by 50%. Half the work is done for you. Just join us. Join us and make it easy. Free Palestine. Free Palestine!